Welcome to the Data Science Internship Program. You're now in Task 2, Exploratory Data Analysis, or EDA. In this task, I'll calculate and visually represent the overall churn rate, explore customer distribution by gender, partner status, and dependent status, analyze tenure and its relationship with churn, and investigate how churn varies across different contract types and payment methods. The key skills I'll apply include data visualization, statistical analysis, exploratory data analysis, understanding customer demographics, and churn rate calculation. This in-depth analysis of customer churn. Today, we'll uncover the hidden trends behind why customers leave and what we can learn from the data. First things first, what is the overall churn rate? Well, it turns out that about 26.5% of customers have churned, meaning they've left the service, while the remaining 73.5% have stayed. When we visualize this with a bar chart, the disparity is clear: the no churn bar towers over the churn bar. This tells us that while most customers stick around, a significant portion still leaves, and we need to understand why. Now, let's look at customer demographics. How do factors like gender, having a partner, or having dependents impact customer distribution? Gender. The customer base is split almost evenly, around 50.5% to 49.5%. Partner status. Slightly more customers have a partner, 51.7%, than those who don't. Dependents. A clear majority, around 70%, do not have dependents. So, while gender and partner status are fairly balanced, most customers seem to be independent, which might influence their subscription choices. Now, let's talk about tenure, the number of months a customer has stayed. Our histogram tells a clear story. Customers with shorter tenures churn at much higher rates. Many leave within their first few months. On the other hand, long-term customers tend to stay, suggesting that retention strategies should focus on keeping new customers engaged early on. Next up, how do contract types and payment methods affect churn? Contract type. Month-to-month contracts show the highest churn rate. On the other hand, 1-year and 2-year contracts have much lower churn rates, meaning longer commitments encourage customer retention. Payment methods. Customers using electronic checks churn the most, while those using bank transfers and credit cards have much lower churn rates. This could mean that automatic payment options encourage retention. Looking at the big picture, we use a pair plot to see how tenure, charges, and churn interact. Shorter tenure equals higher churn. Higher monthly charges show a slight increase in churn, but not a strong trend. Lower total charges correlate with churn, likely because churned customers don't stay long enough to accumulate high charges. These relationships confirm that tenure is the strongest indicator of churn, while monthly charges play a secondary role. Sometimes, creating new features from existing data gives us even better insights. Here are a few we introduced. Tenure in years. Instead of months, we look at it in years. Average monthly charge, total charges divided by tenure to see spending habits. Multiple services. Counting the number of internet services a customer uses. Automatic payment flag, identifying if a customer uses automatic payments. These new features help us better understand customer behavior and refine our predictions. To see if churn is statistically linked to different factors, we performed chi-squared tests on categorical variables and t-tests/ANOVA on numeric ones, significant factors, senior citizen status, having a partner, dependents, contract type, paperless billing, payment method, and using automatic payments all show strong correlations with churn. Not significant. Gender and phone service had no meaningful impact on churn. For numeric variables, tenure, monthly charges, and total charges were all statistically different between churned and non-churned customers, confirming that shorter tenure and higher monthly charges correlate with churn. Finally, we examined churn rates across customer demographics. Senior citizens churn at much higher rates. Customers without partners or dependents also tend to churn more. This suggests that life stage and household responsibilities could influence customer loyalty. So, what have we learned? Early customer retention is key. Longer contracts and automatic payments help keep customers. Certain demographics are more prone to churn. With these insights, businesses can build better strategies to reduce churn and enhance customer satisfaction. Wrap up. Great job! In this task, we applied data visualization, statistical analysis, exploratory data analysis, churn rate calculation, and explored customer demographics. These are fundamental steps in any data science project. Stay tuned for the next task 3, where we will dive into customer segmentation. Thank you for watching, and happy learning!